going to upload this. It's the second half to one I just uploaded, and I think I'm going to entitle it Using Hypnosis, which is just another term, maybe not that complicated as mind control and how mind control is done. But hypnosis, I think I'm going to entitle it Hypnosis, a License to Rape and Kill, part 2. Anyway, on this one, I was going back because I found out my husband worked for the CIA. And, well, they've been kind of in and out, me knowing about, about them. But anyway, I was Googling, and I'm going to go back to this one. When they almost killed me, April Fool's Day of 80, I'd written the book, got a letter from the FBI, June the 23rd, 79. And I'm not going to tell you what they put in me, April Fool's Day of 80. If it's a living hell, that was a living hell and has been. And I should have died. Instead, I was illegally taken across the state line to Alabama. And in May of 80, I passed a background check with Sheriff Patterson as a requirement for working for the district attorney, Fred Simpson. That's when John Lennon was shot. Mark David Chapman shot him. And I said it was mind control used back then. Only you can prove some of these once you get it up on a board or the data. But anyway, Jesse Ventura, the wrestler, who was also the governor in Minnesota. By the way, that Hustler magazine where they endorsed me in '84 was special sent from there, and I wondered why. It's the Twin Cities up there, St. Cloud, and that's where St. Cloud, where Larry Flint lived on. He was in Bel Air on St. Cloud, the street. And then Malcolm Barber, the FBI gentleman who called me, he was from FBI out of Atlanta, Macon. He's the one that called me when they had just hand-delivered that edition of Hustler, where they endorsed me and said I knew who was responsible for Mr. Flint's shooting. He's the one that called me. And I've said it again, I don't mean to get them in trouble by putting their names up here. I don't even know if they're still alive. But he called me, I don't know if it was a day or a day later when it was delivered by Federal Express or FedEx something, one delivery one. And it was wrapped and it was sent from Minneapolis or St. Cloud. I can't remember. It's the Twin Cities there together. But the point I wanted to make, too, is Jesse Ventura told about, if I'm not being redundant, told about the mind control shooting of John Lennon on True TV. And I guess what I wanted to go to, I'm tired, what I want to go back to is after they had just about killed me, and I'm working for the district attorney, and my ex-husband is, I'm not going to get into what happened there. I've already tried to put it up. But he came over there, and I was living at Warren House upstairs trying to work at the district attorney's in the condition I was in. Carl Smith, now I doubt that's his name, but he lived downstairs one door over from me, so it was two-story. He told me that he had been there for 5 years. My whereabouts was tracks laid down many, many years, and that was just part of it. He was since there 5 years ago, before I came there in '80, so that meant they knew everything was going to happen to me. So I'm going to say this and leave out. There's no way I can put it up. He showed me pictures, and he said he had lived across from me when I lived at Heritage Trades off of 41, I believe it is, in Marietta. It's close to the ice hockey rink. And anyway, he said he lived at Normandy apartment. Normandy is, you can get the gist from that, the name, because that's what's involved, Crip and putting together in the timeline and all that. He told me that, I guess he was supposed to be, I don't know, but he lived across and he knew what I was doing at all times, everything. So then he's moved 5 years ahead of me when all that happened, April Fool's Day of '80. He showed me pictures of 4 or 5 children, and only one of them belonged to his wife. The rest he had had out of wedlock, and he said to me, can't remember his exact words, but the mothers didn't even know that he was the father. So you've had hypnosis and mind control used in all this, and that's where I'm going to read this. I was Googling this morning because I wanted to put down mind control is, they control the mind. The person doesn't even know it, and they don't have a choice. So they're total victims. Now, when you're trying to say radicalized, to me, I would think that you have a choice. It's a process by which an individual or a group come to adopt increasingly extreme political, social, and religious ideals and aspirations. Well, mind control doesn't leave anything there for choice or anything. You don't even know what happened to you till after it's done, and then they still don't, like James Holmes or Rural Colorado. You think all these mess and going to take your rifles, John Hinckley? Go back to that in the Brady and press secretary for Reagan, and they wanted to take the guns then. So I think it's about all I was going to put up on this one, and I think there's no need. I don't know. I'm not going to say if I'm still alive. I won't put some other things up, but for right now, anyway, that's about it. The San Bernardino, look at that one. And who do you think's doing that? I've told you throughout the tapes and everything.